Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. This is Janet Wakeland with Remarkably Created, and in this video today we're going to take a look at the products, the papers, the ribbons, the embellishments that I am offering in my 2024 Stampin' Up! Holiday paper shares, product samplers, as well as all of the variations and things. In addition, I have 13 cards created with those different papers to inspire you. So hang around to the end so that you see those beautiful cards that I will be showcasing for you. The papers that I am referencing come here from the mini catalog. In addition, there will be a few from the online exclusives. And then I have some that are a special free gift. So let's take a look at the papers. And we're going to start first looking at the papers as 12 by 12. When I do my paper shares, I do them as an option for 6 by 6 size. You have the option of full sheets of 12 by 12, and then you have an option for the 6 by 12 size. Of course, papers that only come 6 by 6, I can't make bigger. But my customers have loved having those choices. 6 by 6 or 6 by 12 is slowly becoming the most popular option. So here we have the beautiful elegant papers here. So you've got some gold foiling happening, and you've got your mossy green and olive. You've got your beautiful peacock and Lost Lagoon. You've got your neutrals with the gold. You flip it over, you've got great coordinating papers without the foiling. So it just depends on whether you want the foil or not. But we have this beautiful paper. We have our this is our snow friends. This is the one with the snow globes. And you can see why some people like to have the 12 by 12. That way they get more, depending on the type of paper, to work with. So you've got really, really fun color combinations in this one. Your sweet little houses, mini snow globes, big snow globes, snowmen, and then adorable penguins. When we flip it over, look at these fun colors. You've got candy canes and stripes and snowflakes. I love these pastel snowflakes, the plaids and the trees. So some fun with this one. This one here just has 3 papers in the pack. It's a great addition, and you're going to see where I've used this paper. And actually, I used all 3 of them in the sample cards because it's a great accent piece to that. And again, you've got foiling, and then this one is a single-sided paper. Okay, so you only have the designs on the top side. This is from our nested suite. Look at these sweet birds. Talking about sweet. Look at these. Hopefully all of you have got your bird feeders ready. It'll be fall and winter before we know it, and our little neotropicals will be migrating through your yard, and then the ones that stay around all winter will be there looking for munchies. So you've got some great papers here, and then we flip it over, and we've got the little pussy willows. Look at these little beautiful blues here. I love the versatile stripes, and of course with Stampin' Up's papers, they are always, coordinated with Stampin' Up's inks and cardstocks and markers and blends and fun accessories within the line. This is our Regal Floral, and oh my gosh, guys, I stamped up the stamps that match with this. Oh, they stamped so pretty. But you've got these really deep, rich colors. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? For those of you that like those jewel tones, this paper is for you. But look how gorgeous all of these papers are. And then when you flip it over, you've got some nice solids again. 2 of them kind of have a hint of plaid. And when you use the new plaid embossing folder on this plaid, ooh-wee, it just really brings it to life. Makes it just that nice texture that gets added. And then look at how rich this is. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like you can just kind of reach down into it, so that's beautiful. This is the sentimental papers, and this is the one that is part of our fundraising for the catalog season to support children's literacy, and I love that idea. So you've got just beautiful old-fashioned prints and things like that. So definitely sentimental is a good word. And then when we flip it over, we've just got some really fun prints. Look at those snowflakes. And you've heard me talk before that one of the things that I love about designer papers is how it inspires my color combinations. Gets me to use cardstock that maybe I haven't picked up in a while, or even just putting colors together that I personally wouldn't come up with on my own. So it gives me that confidence because the artisans definitely knew what they were doing when they created the paper. This is the reindeer. Fun, look at all these reindeer. Okay. So, and just a funny little haha story. This little reindeer hanging on the wall with a little wreath around his neck. Years and years ago, we used to be hunters, used to hunt, and we definitely had the deer mounts on our wall, and we had 8 of them, 4 on each side of the wall looking kind of towards the door. And I used to always say that we needed a 9th one. We were missing Rudolph. So, but we only hunt what we eat, so we're not hunting for sport or anything like that before anybody goes, oh my gosh, she shot Bambi. No, 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 no. We definitely like venison and things like that, but it's not something that we partake in now. It's just fishing for us. But you've got these great, great prints. We flip it over, and then you've got just some really cool, bright general prints, your holly leaves, your jingle bells, your packages, your lights, and things like that. So that's really fun. We'll keep going. Then we have this beautiful greenery paper, and oh my gosh, guys, this is just stunning. So you've got your solids, all these greens that you're gonna be able to use year round. All of these greens are just so versatile, okay? So you've got all of these matte finished greens, mossies and olive and a little bit of seafoam thrown in there, and then a vanilla background, which is great. Give you a chance to pull out that vanilla paper. And then when we flip it over, we've got that gold foiling. Foiling on the leaves and the bells, and then you've just got, again, some nice solid papers that are perfect for those anniversary cards, those wedding cards, those New Year's celebrations. So lots of fun stuff there with the greenery. Some specialty papers, because a little bit of bling just really makes a card look wow, and makes the person getting it going, ooh, she used the sparkles, right? They use the good stuff. So you've got your granny apple green, your garden green, and your reds. So pretty, pretty, pretty. We have our mercury glass vellum, and you've got 3 different kind of prints. It's hard to see on the screen. This one is actually textured. If you run your fingers over it, it's kind of bubbly. And then this one, it's much more kind of closer together, denser. And then this one lets a little bit more of what's behind it through it. Then we have our greenery vellum, and there's a sheet in here that I would buy, like if they sold it in a pack of 100, I'd buy it. So we've got this beautiful vellum, the little berries and the leaves. We have these little kind of pine branches, and then this is the one that, again, I've been using for so many things and not just for the holidays. And you'll see a little peek of it on one of the cards in just a second. So there's those ones. And then in addition to those, there are, as I mentioned, some packs that are strictly available as 12 by 12. And let me showcase those for you here. So we have this beautiful new autumn paper. For those of you who love this kind of artistic wash, this look at this. Oh, look at those sunflowers. You're gonna love this paper. Again, it's really, really rich. We've got some great new ribbons that look good with it, but this paper is just stunning. Real rich, it's got that kind of warm fall look, but it also that deep kind of jewel tones and royal look and things like that. So lots of beautiful papers there. And then when we flip them over, we have this really just, look at these colors, guys. They have a little bit of a kind of a pattern to them, a little texture, kind of like a little bit of stone. And so you've got these great solids that you're going to be working with. And again, while they're designed to work with the other side of the paper, you're going to see in the samples in a minute that we were able to do far more with them than just that. In addition, there's a little pack that has these 4 prints in them, okay? And this goes with the Bow Maker bundle, but look at this fun pack. This pack has multiples of the sheets so that you can make a lot of cards the same, a lot of bows the same, a lot of the tags the same, if you're wanting to do that, to have that repetition. And then the other fun pack is this seasonal one here, this iconic imagery. And it's really got some prints and some colors for all occasions and all seasons. So you're going to have some fun creating with this one. Okay, so you can see the candy canes, the leaves, the stripes. You've got wine glasses, little mini trees, birthday candles, some stars, some more stripes, confetti. We flip this over. You've got pumpkins and trees and leaves and hearts and pumpkin or acorns, snowflake stars. You've got the dove piece with the little branch, olive branch. So lots of variety, traditional Christmas plaid. So you have all of those in the papers. And as I mentioned, you have a choice between 6x6 as your paper share, 6x12 or 12x12. When they come, they're all individually packaged. They have the name of the paper as well as the code number on it to help you easily identify it if you decide, ooh, I need more of them. In addition, I'll be running my samplers throughout the holiday season because they do make great gifts for your favorite crafters, as well as sometimes people, again, don't want to buy full packs. They just kind of want a refill of the sampler that I offered. So in addition to the options for the paper, we have a little bit of lanyard. This ribbons and embellishments can really be that little extra on your product. So let's take a look at our little candy box and see what all we have in here. So you're going to receive a sampling of the new gold leaves. You're going to receive a sampling of all of these amazing embellishments. So you'll have this sampling of all of these amazing embellishments that go with everything. And then you're going to have a sampling of all of these amazing ribbons and trims that coordinate with the papers and everything that I showed you. And these are all newly released, and you'll have a full yard of all of those. So that's the shares. If you're interested in the different pricings, again, there's 4 paper options, simply just the extras or the extras plus the paper. So that gives you 5 options to pick from. Make sure on my newsletter this afternoon, in my newsletter, I will have all of the pricings, the details on when it will ship to you, all of those kinds of things. And I will begin accepting reservations. And the reason why you're going to want to reserve your paper is the first 40 that reserve is going to get a free sample of our gold foil, is going to get some of our amazing St. Nick paper. And these are not factored into the cost. These are a free gift. So you're going to get a sampling of our really fun, beautiful St. Nick paper. And then you're going to get some of the one-horse open sleigh paper. This paper here is no longer available. The only way to get it right now would be as a free gift that's part of my share. So you're going to get all of these amazing papers. And there might be another surprise or two in there for those of you that choose to order with me. I'm going to keep that as a surprise or two. So now let's take a look at some cards, because in addition to everything else, those purchasing the shares, you will receive an email once the shares ship with the PDF for all of these cards, because all of these cards were made with the papers that you're going to be receiving in your shares. And then you can use them with other products, greetings, things like that that you have. So this card here showcases the front, to make sure I'm not lying, and then at the back of another piece from the sampler. We've got the Thinking of You. There's that vellum I told you that I absolutely love. Brought out just a hint of the orange on the flowers. Okay, so there's Thinking of You. Here's one done with the Christmas greenery. Isn't that just elegant? Isn't that beautiful? Got the little bells. And some of these I'm giving you sneak peeks of new product that are coming that you're going to be able to order beginning September 4th, such as this Christmas, okay? Here, I told you those flowers, they just stamp beautiful. Here's some of that Regal Flora designer paper. And then again, there's just an edging of that vellum. I told you I'm just obsessed with it. So we've got that beautiful card. Here's the daisies. And remember what I said about that plaid? Look at that plaid folder. You guys are going to want that plaid folder. And then especially when I show you all the different ways that you can alter that plaid folder and the fun that you're going to have with it. And then just showing you that you can stretch. If you're just doing the 6x6 pieces, you can stretch some of those 6x6 pieces. Had to come back to the thing and just showing you this was all done with the background pieces. So you know when you flip them over, they're solids. So instead of putting cardstock as your background, using designer paper as your background first, it's less weight in your cards when you're shipping and mailing them. And then we've got our changing leaves. Isn't that beautiful? Here's another one showcasing papers. And here you can see I used just tiny strips of that gold foiled plaid just to add just a bit of elegance. Kept the paper as the focus, and then a little greeting down here. And remember what I said, Stampin' Up! Has, of course, the coordinating cardstock, but also here you can see the in-color twine. So Stampin' Up! Is really good about giving us those coordinating pieces. This is that paper that I told you I just kind of got used to using it as a background piece. There's our nested birds. And then little greeting. This is some of that new ribbon coming. Some of these berries will be part of the embellishment share. So great there. This card here, make sure that you like and follow my page on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Central Time. We will be learning how to make this card together. So that will be this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time. I will teach you how to make this card. And this one's a little fun. I put the deer on a little wobble. You can find wobbles on Amazon. And I'm getting ready to actually do a wobble class by mail as well. So that's another good reason to be on my mailing list so that you know when I'm doing classes. We added just a little bit of red to his nose. And so fun card. And then look at this sweet. And one thing about these pom-poms is they're actually flat. They're not these big poofy pom-poms that kind of make it hard to work with them, fold them behind the edge of the card or something like that. They look like pom-poms, but they're actually flat. So that's pretty cool. When I did the unboxing, I talked about how I didn't need any more trees, but I was absolutely smitten with the dies that were part of this new tree set coming. And here I actually layered 2 of them together. And again, I mentioned also that I love how the papers get me to do unusual color combinations. I mean, I would never have thought of Cajun Craze for Christmas. I'm going to be very, very honest. Cajun Craze is my go-to fall color, right? But look at this. It's absolutely fun. It's got a very nostalgic vibe to it. And so I just used the paper from the iconic imagery as inspiration for that. So you've got a fun card there. We have a new set coming. I call it the Pumpkin Spice Latte, but it's more than autumn as its official name. And I played off of the greetings. A little inspiration tip for you, a little design tip for you. Sometimes when you're trying to figure out what do I make, what do I do, go to your greetings and let the words in the greetings inspire the rest of the card. And so I quite often craft that way. So in this case, wishing you all the things that warm your heart and lift your spirits, okay? So coffee definitely warms my heart, warms you up. That's playing off the word warm, and lifts your spirits. And for me, coffee and a donut works every time. It makes me happy. There might be a little guilt in the back of my head with the donut, but that's easily banished. So we've got our coffee and our donut, some more of those beautiful papers. This is a new die coming. Look at the slots in it. Made it really easy to thread my ribbon through. But how much fun is that one? Then going back to some of that pretty foiled paper and our nested birds. And here we use 3 different papers. Again, just building our layers with the different papers, showing how much they mix and match. The congrats, this is one of the ephemeras, holiday cards that are coming. And maybe it's the saying something. I'll get it straight for you, but it's one of the ephemera words. I mushed it into Versamark and put gold embossing powder on it, and heat embossed it. So I changed it from white to gold. Congrats, so happy for you. It's gonna be a great wedding card. I need one for September. Again, playing with a little bit of that ephemera, and this is a new die. Look at the hanging piece on it. So this die actually has a fold on it, and I didn't work it so that it folds. I just have it as a piece. Howdy, wishing you all the best. And we'll put our white piece of paper in here in our message. But we've got our howdy. And then lastly, this is another card that I'll do a video on next week with variations and samples. But we have that beautiful nostalgic paper paired with some of the bow paper. and our little message that comes out. It can actually even have a gift card in it. But Merry Christmas, and again, showcasing some of the holiday ephemera coming. So lots and lots of great ways, guys, that you're going to be seeing that. These cards will slowly be posted in the coming days and weeks here on my Facebook page. But those of you that purchase a share, again, when your shares ship in September, you will receive an exclusive PDF of all, I think there's 12, there might be lucky 13, working with that lagniappe theory here in Louisiana, the concept of a little extra. So that baker's dozen, so there's 13 cards here. But make sure you come back Sunday night. We'll make this card together. We'll look at variations on this fun curtain fold later, pleating, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you're on my newsletter for pricing on the 6x6, 6x12, and 12x12 options for that. And then the add-on of all of the fun embellishments and ribbons and things like that. So any questions, you can always message me here on Facebook. You can always email me, Janet@remarkablycreated. Of course, you can always ask them in the comments below and I'll go through them. But lastly, make sure you're on my newsletter, guys. You get 20 free PDF tutorials each month in my newsletter. It's open to everyone, customers, demonstrators. It's available globally. If you want to see what I'm up to, if you just want to creep, I'm okay with that too. I have no issues sharing what I do, letting you kind of peek behind the curtain. So that newsletter is open to everybody. So I'll see you guys on Sunday night right back here making a cool card together. And we'll continue sharing remarkable things together. Thanks, everyone.